you need a constant supply of money. There's so many people that have come to Ghana and have left because they've exhausted all their money. And I have come on this channel before and I've cried, I've shed tears because I was beginning to panic that I was gonna go broke in a foreign country. So before you move to Ghana, it is important that you know. What's up, guys? Welcome to another episode of the vlog. My name is Ndiro Oganga. I bought myself, oh, look at the top, the drink, and the lipstick, matchy matchy. Welcome to another episode of the vlog. I've been scammed. Is this pineapple and ginger? They said the beetroot adds nice taste. What's the nice taste? I've been scammed. Anyway. Welcome to another episode of the vlog. My name is Ndiro. This juice is 35 cedis, so the taste better be what you promised me. Anyway, okay, welcome to another episode of the vlog. My name is Ndiro Oganga. If you're new, welcome to the channel, and if you're a returning subscriber, please take a moment and hit the subscribe button. If you're returning, hit the like button. It's good for the algorithm. It tells YouTube that you're really enjoying my videos. So I brought myself out and I bought myself a small drink because we're celebrating. It's over a year since I came to Ghana. 4th of July, I packed my bags, left Nairobi in 2021, and now it's July 2022. Round of applause, round of applause. So I wanted to share things that I wish I knew before I came to Ghana, because I have lived here for a year and I feel like when you're trying to relocate, a lot of things are happening to you that maybe you're so excited about the relocation or you're so stressed about the relocation that so many things go past your head. So these are the things, you know, like when you're planning to relocate, you focus on all the wrong things, by the way. You don't focus on the right things. So I want to give you a guide of the lessons that I've learned, which are from mistakes that I made when I was in Ghana. Number one, paperwork. Who's going to take care of your paperwork, or how are you going to get your paperwork? If you're a foreigner, obviously you need to go to immigration, get a residence permit, work permit. How are you going to do this? Like, how do you intend to do this? Are you just going to walk to immigration? Do you have someone who will walk you there? Do you have someone who will help you get your paperwork? So my story is Kenyans get 60 days visa free in Ghana, which I got. And in those 60 days, my plan was I was going to use that time to try and look for my paperwork. My 60 days expired and my paperwork was not ready. Guys, that's how crazy it is. And so it got to a point where I was told that I need to get a job to fast track the process of getting the residence and work permit. When I got the job, then the job told me they're not going to sponsor the residence and work permit, to mean that I would have had to do it for myself. Yes, child, I would have had to look for the permits myself. So if you go to the website, it's about $1,500, but just budget proper money, okay? Just budget like $2,000 and above, because the pressure that you go through there is just crazy. And also don't be looking at medical is $400. No, nothing will happen. Like, they'll say medical, they'll say COVID test, none of those tests will happen. And you can't, if you keep following up, you'll feel bad and you'll feel discouraged. So whatever it is that you need to pay and forget. Also, there are a lot of people who've been scammed money in the name of, I'm going to help you get paperwork. If you're going to use somebody to help you, please ensure they're a credible person, because $2,000 is not small money. So imagine if 3 people scam you off $2,000. That is a lot of money. Number 2, hey, inflation. I was so like naive when I was living in Nairobi. I just thought, how bad can it get? And also, I think the issue was I was just like, you know, when you come here for holiday, things might be expensive, but you don't notice it because you're on holiday, like you have money, you're a big time spender, right? And so I was just like in a state of shock when I began living here, because things are so expensive. Like, I went to buy a mattress and I was like, what? It's that expensive. And the thing that you should also never do is don't turn the money into your local currency and say like, no, it doesn't cost that much in Kenya, it doesn't cost that much in Tanzania, it doesn't cost that much in South Africa. You're gonna get a heart attack. So when you're planning to come, if your budget is like you have $10,000, please, inflation currently in Ghana is at 26.7%. So that's 10,000 and then add 26.7%, which is about 2,600. So you need to come with about $12,700 instead of 10, so that you can buffer yourself from the inflation. And that's something that I didn't know. And also, if you can, maybe change your money into dollars. Don't be taking it from your local currency into the Ghanaian. You lose a lot of money in between. Okay. I'm not gonna go into all the story because like I was always so shocked, like even buying like a simple Coke, like it would be 10 cedis at a restaurant, and I would send a picture to my sister and I'm like, how is this 200 shillings? And my sister was like, stop changing it into the local currency. So make money that can bring money that can buffer you from inflation, and don't change it into your local currency. And then I want to talk about something a mistake that I made that has become a lesson: housing. So when I came, I booked an Airbnb for the first 2 weeks. And I lied to myself that, oh, how hard can it be to get a house? And I had asked my Ghanaian friend, who is now my legal guardian, to help me get a house. Child, no house was gotten. No house was gotten. I think he was just busy living his life, doing his thing, which I can't blame him. Like, he's not a real estate agent. So mistake number one, trying to use my friend to get a house. I think you should get a reliable and credible real estate firm that you try to get a house through even before you come. Now you get the real estate agents. They send you pictures of houses that you don't like or houses that you can't see clearly. And then it forces you to have to go and look at it. And sometimes they'll take you to 5, 7, 10 different places that you do not necessarily like, but you have to pay, and that's how they make their money. I think they charge 50 cedis, which is equivalent to what, over $5, let's just say over $5, to be able to view one house. So imagine all that stress that you have to go through. So one, if you're going to look for a house, unless your friend is like not busy and committed to helping you get a house, get a credible real estate firm. Because I know of a certain Kenyan lady who worked in Ghana that went through a real estate firm and a real estate company rather, or realtors, and it was so easy for her. Like, they were decent people, they were honest people. They took her, she saw the house that she liked, she paid for it. Also, make money for agent money. So for them to show you a house, you have to pay, and once you get the house that you like, they take 10%. Now, important to know that even though the laws say landlords should not take over 6 months of your rent, most landlords, particularly when you're a foreigner, they want 2 years. So I had budgeted for 1 year. That's the mistake that I also made again. So if you're gonna budget for a house, please, I don't care what people tell you. I'm telling you from what I've experienced and what many people have experienced. Budget your money for 2 years, okay? And depending with the neighborhood, you'll be asked to pay in dollars. So one thing that somebody told me is what you can do instead is have a local go look at the house for you, bargain it for you, and then you'll just go do the closing, because sometimes also when people hear an accent, the price goes up. And then also with housing, like for many of the foreigners that I've spoken to, be sure that you like the house. Don't allow anybody to make promises for you, like somebody telling you just pay, we'll finish the house, and then you'll I know somebody who paid for a house. 3 months in, the house was not finished. The landlord had to put them in another house that they honestly do not like, and their rent that they had paid for the house that they like is being spent as they wait for their house to get. Does it make sense? Like, now people are living out of their suitcases, they're waiting for their landlord to fix the house, yet they'd already paid for it. So unless it's ready, don't. Look for housing during the rainy season, or make sure, like, you Google where you want to live. Like, there's some areas of Jowulu that floods. There are areas of Asylum Down, which is sort of like a nice neighborhood, depending on where you live, that flood, you know. So look for a house during rainy season, or ensure you know how it is during the rainy season so that it doesn't end up flooding. Important to ask, don't ask the landlord, ask the neighbors, how is electricity and how is water supply. You can pay for a house. I am suffering from this. Electricity is not constant and water supply sometimes is not constant, so I have to buy water a lot of the time. A trick that I learned from my local friends is sometimes you can live in a house that has double electricity lines or triple electricity lines, so that if electricity is lost on one line, you still have another line for electricity. Yeah, and these are things that people will not tell you. I think the fourth and most important one is, where is your money coming from? Where is your money coming from? Because if you come here and you don't have like a source of income, you're just depending on your savings, you will quickly deplete your savings and you'll become so stressed. You might even become depressed because of how expensive things are and how hard it is to just survive in a foreign country as a foreigner. So I had to get a job locally. The terms were not very good, but it was something to keep me going. And then sometimes you also have, say, if you're coming from places like America, Canada, Australia, please, I beg you, do not quit your job. If you can, hold on to your job. Ask if you can do like remote work. Because say, you've paid rent in dollars, you're trying to live a decent life. It takes money, you know. It will cost you so much money. Within the first year, you could have burnt $10,000 or $20,000, depending on how you live. And you're not living a lavish lifestyle, you're just living a decent life. So you need a constant supply of money. There's so many people that have come to Ghana and have left because they've exhausted all their money. And I have come on this channel before and I've cried, I've shed tears, because I was beginning to panic that I was gonna go broke in a foreign country. So before you move to Ghana, it is important that you know where your source of income is going to come from, or you have a plan. Okay, so if you have a job at home that can allow for a remote working model, please hold on to that job. If you also can get a job locally, hold on to it. Again, many people come and they're starting a business. You really need to be careful when you're doing this. You need to have at least money that can buffer you for 2 years, yourself and your business, because sometimes you come, you spend everything on your business and it takes a while before businesses pick up, not just in Ghana, everywhere in the world. Like, it takes a long minute before businesses can be able to pick up and be profitable. Not to say that there aren't businesses that pick up and are profitable, there are, but you need to plan for the eventuality. I know of a lady, Tatiana, who I've interviewed here before. She has like a really interesting business model. So what she does is she makes shea butter, cocoa butter, health, body care and healthcare products. But instead of selling them here, she goes and sells them in Spain. So that means that she can make some profit. But also, I was speaking to Tim and he said there's a lady who left America to come and do the same thing here, but she didn't know who she was going to sell it to and she went broke. You understand? It's so important that you know where your money is going to come from. You can't come to Ghana for escape or holiday. Like, you have to come here and live. Yes, it offers you some form of relief, but you must have a plan that will allow you to live comfortably and stress-free. The other thing that you need is a network of your local people. You need it. It took me, I think, 6 months or 9 months to be able to eat home food, and I was going crazy. Yet if I would have like gotten a group of Kenyans early enough, I would have known where to buy maize flour, where to buy local vegetables, spices, or even people to just speak your local language with. So it's so important. Say if you're French, you can join a group of French people in Ghana, or even just experts. The thing is, the experience of locals, they can be your friends, but their experience will always be different from your experience because you're a foreigner. So if you get like a local expert group that you can join, that will really help you, because even sometimes you need to vent. Sometimes you need some sort of help, you know. Sometimes maybe you need help with immigration. Locals, many of them don't have problems with immigration. It's your fellow experts or foreigners that are going to tell you how it's done. So ensure you have that. And I think one thing that you have to do very early on is let go. Let go, let go, let go. Let go of perceptions, let go of control, let go of what you know, and just say, I don't know nothing, I'm here, I'm humble, I'm honored. Like, just let go of everything that you think you know, and just say, this is a new experience and I'm going to immerse myself in it. What that also means is you have to rely on the kindness of the locals, and they're really kind and nice people, but you have to open yourself up and let them in. And if that happens, then you might be able to enjoy your stay in Ghana. These are just some of the things that I've gotten to experience during my stay in Ghana. And honestly, it has been absolutely exhilarating. The highs have been really high, the lows have been really low, but do I regret it? No. I would do it. Would I? No, but I know better now. So if I was to move, I would move like in a really smart way. But the thing is, I would never trade this experience for any other thing. I go to the beach, I eat, I sleep, I get hungry, I have a great job. I've created a community of people that I want around me, and also my boys around me. So yes. Anyway guys, that's all we had for you on this episode of the vlog. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you again next week, same place. Will I see you next week? No, I'll see you on over the weekend, and we have like some really dope Volta content going on, so I'll see you then.